All right, everybody, 9:34, and women are taking over Broadway, the new musical Suffs. The show goes back to 1913 as the women's movement is heating up in America thanks to the suffragists as they pursue the right for women to vote.
So our next guest embraces her inner man to take on her role in the show. And besides hitting a high note in the show, she's also singing her own tune with a brand new album. So please welcome actress and singer Grace McLean. Thanks so much for being
What's up, Grace?
Thank you for having me. This is thrilling.
Yes.
First of all, let us both tell you that we both saw Suffs, and it is phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is it like for you to be a part of such an amazing cast of all non-male identifying people?
I mean, it's an incredible experience. It's a beautiful show. I'm so proud of my friend Shayna for working on this piece. I mean, I've known her since college, so it's really cool to see her like climb to the big stage with this very important story. And you know, as you said, there are no male identifying people in the cast or in the orchestra, but there are men in the show.
Yeah.
There are men a part of the story. And yeah, I get to play President Woodrow Wilson, which is so fun because the way I approach it is I just think about what it would be like to move through the world just blissful and to expect nothing but deference and respect from people without having to work for it, without having to earn it in any way. Yeah. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
But that's how I imagine Wilson lived his life. Just real confident.
Yeah. You are, and you play it phenomenally,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Yes. Thank you.
So for you, I guess, you know, when you look at the stage and you have the females playing the male characters, it kind of just makes sense in a show when it's called Suffragists, right? So was that Shayna's, how did it kind of all come to be?
It had been that way from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago when I first got involved with the show, because that's how long it takes to get to Broadway.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was all women in the room, and I played Wilson from the very beginning, and I think for a second they were thinking like, maybe this is something that can work, but we're not quite sure. And then when they saw us do it, it was like, there's just that little bit of dissonance that I think is really exciting, and it's so theatrical.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think when people say this is the next Hamilton? It brings so much excitement to history again.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's the thing about it. Like, it's very different from Hamilton. But the thing that it shares in common is that it is a modern retelling of something that is historical. But it's not just a history lesson. It applies so much to today and what we're going through now. And so that's what I think is so important about it, is about reaching across time to see, oh, these people worked so hard for something, and they accomplished it. And we feel like we're still working hard, but we can take hope from our ancestors.
You know what I couldn't help but think throughout the whole show? I have 2 daughters, an 11 and a 9-year-old, that I was so excited for them to be old enough to see it and to hear these stories. Because it's so many women that they're not familiar names.
That's right. That's right. And that's the thing, too. Like, how did we not learn about this in school?
Exactly.
It's like a page.
Yes, if that.
Yeah.
If that, it's like a little footnote. Yes, that Wilson was a president during his second term. The 19th Amendment passed. Okay. And it feels like it's an inevitability when you read it that way. But when you really learn the history, it wasn't. There are so many things that could have gone any other little step, and it just wouldn't have happened, or it would have taken longer.
What I like to do is I always like to listen to the conversations of what people are saying in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting because you were talking about today, right?
Yes.
And that's what there was 2 people that were 2 rows behind us during intermission, and they were talking about just their lives. And today, comparing it to today, they were from the Midwest, I believe, and I was just listening to eavesdropping. Sorry, guys. And now I'm telling your story. And it was just, but it's really interesting to hear the struggles that were going on in the early 1900s still applicable to today. And we were just talking about earlier the WNBA, like we're talking about their salaries, right, and how they don't match the man's salary, and so on and so forth. So it's just so interesting. But not only that. The audience. I just want to talk to you about what you feed off the audience. Every song was like a roaring applause. I mean, sometimes you get one of these, and during some shows, not this show, your show, every number, people are cheering, and it was both men and women cheering.
Even the men?
Yes.
Come on.
Right?
All right. We're doing something right.
I mean, so for you to feed off the energy of that each and every night, how does that, for you as an actor on the stage?
I mean, it's really exciting because we're you know, we open tomorrow. So we've had a couple of weeks with audiences, and normally in a preview process, you'll start out the first couple of previews, all the fans are there, and it really is like this high energy thing. And then it sort of peters out, and you really get to know what the show is, or like where there's some little kinks. But this whole process, people have been nothing but responsive.
That's awesome.
And that's so exciting because it speaks to the material, it speaks to the craft of our writer and our director to really tell this story in the crispest way possible. And that's, as I said, you know, years. Shane has been working on this for almost a decade. It's years of work to get it to that point, and for it to pay off in that way, it's a ride. When the audience is with you like that, oh, you can really just ride on it. And you know, you're a character. You're another character in the show, even though there's a fourth wall. We can tell what's happening, and your response helps us respond.
Well, it is definitely a must-see. And we love your energy, and we want to hear more about your new album.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so this is my first full-length album. I have a couple of EPs out with my band, but this one is called My Lovely Enemy. It comes out May 10th. And it's sort of a breakup album, but not like a boo-hoo breakup album. It's more like a...
So it's not a Taylor Swift.
No,
every man is horrible.
No, it's a little bit like, let's go to the bonfire.
Yes.
And let's like throw our love down and sort of have a wake for it. Let's feel the pain. The way I like to describe it is sort of like a pain orgasm, to just like, ooh, give into that thing and sort of celebrate it, because change is coming and change is good.
I love you.
Yeah.
Come on back.
Come on back.
Yeah.
Next time, sing from
Next
your
we'll
album.
have you sing one of the songs,
Sounds
okay?
great.
Oh,
Grace,
we love that.
great to have you here, okay?
Thank you so much.
And
By the way,
congrats on the success of Suffs.
one of the longest standing ovations at the end that I have seen on Broadway
So good.
was the night that I was there. It was fantastic.